ladies, it's Sharie. I'm here with a pretty exciting video, at least to me, because it involves makeup. So I got a Sephora gift card for Christmas 100 years ago. Really, it was just this last Christmas, but when you have a Sephora gift card and you don't spend it and it's just sitting in your wallet, it feels like forever. So I was perusing Sephora's website and I decided I was gonna get a little bit of Kat Von D because I love Kat Von D. She's pretty, I would say, hit. I think I've only had one product from her that was a little bit iffy, and that's her liquid lipsticks. I'm just kind of on the fence about them. They're just really drying, but I love the colors and the staying power. So yeah, I like her shadows, and I have never tried her lipsticks, her actual studded lip kiss lipsticks. I think that's what they're called. I'll put that right here. And they had a set on Sephora where you could get 3 of her popular colors for like a bundle price. And then I also had to pick up one of her quads because eyeshadow. So I picked up 3 of her Studded Kiss lipsticks. These are the first 3 I've ever owned, ever tried of hers. And then I got the Shade and Light Eye Quad, the Contour Quad, and I got the color Plum? I picked the plum one just because I haven't really seen a lot of people talk about the purple one. I guess it wasn't a popular color choice, and purple is just a go-to color for brown eyes for me. And since it's matte and I don't feel like I have a lot of purples in her other shadows, shadow palettes that I have, I felt like this was a good trying point. So the 3 Studded Kiss lipsticks that I got are Cathedral. Cathedral is just this beautiful sort of brownish plummy color. I'm wearing it today. It's just that go-to color that I'm just obsessed with lately. So pretty. I love the packaging on these. It's studded and like it feels nice, and the snap is really good. It's hard to open a little bit. I feel like it's purse safe, and I just love the little details like on the lipstick. You can see Kat Von D's little symbol-y there. Just the little things make me happy. I'll do some close-up lip swatches in just a second, but this is Cathedral. The next color in this little trio is called Sexer. And Sexer is like this electric, hot pink, matte, pink. I would say this is like a Barbie pink. Like, whoa. Like, whoa. And then the last color is super exciting. It's called Hellbent, and it's a red, so of course I love it. This is like a classic matte burgundy reddish vintage pinup-y sort of red. Nailed it. So those are the 3 colors. So the formula is matte. It's not drying to the point where you feel it on your lips, but if you have any dry patches on your lips, it will stick to those a little bit. Like right now my lips are kind of chapped from being in the sun, and when I put the lipstick on, if you get really close to my mouth, you can of course see those crunchy bits, which isn't terrible for me. I mean, that's kind of what a matte lipstick does. I love the wear time on these. I can eat and it wears evenly. I feel like I can eat a pretty good bit before it wears at all. They're super comfortable. I don't feel them on my lips. Once they're on, there's like nothing there. They do have a slight vanilla scent that's not really good or bad, it's just vanilla. So I really love these. I'm pretty obsessed, and I kind of want all the colors now. I kind of want to get Vampira and some of the Lolita shades, because Vampira is the color that I loved in her liquid matte thing, but I didn't really like the formula of her liquid lipsticks. But I love the color Vampira, so I kind of feel like I need it. But anyway, so I love the formula. I can't say enough good things about these lipsticks. Just can't. So now I'm going to do a little lippy close-up, and then we will talk about some shadows. I'm just gonna leave this one on because I don't feel like taking it off. I will say that something that I guess could be sort of negative is I don't feel like these lipsticks are as good without a liner. I feel like because they're kind of matte, it's really hard to get them like in those little teeny crevasses, and because it does sort of, because it's a matte formula and it sort of sticks to those dry patches, if you have any sort of cracking or anything around the outside of your lips, it'll kind of sink in there. So I think a liner is a must. So I've just been using my Jordana lip liners in sort of corresponding colors that sort of match, except for Sexer. Sexer is a bright pink, like electric pink. I do not have a lip liner that's similar. That's not my favorite color. I probably won't get a lot of wear out of it. It's also a little bit patchy, so you have to go over it a couple of times with that shade to get it to be that bright pink. And even then it's still a little bit in some places, so that's not my favorite, but I'm obsessed with Cathedral and Hellbent. So those are going to be my go-to colors for the rest of my life. So the quad, of course, is a little tiny for eyeshadow thing. What I liked about it is that it's like a already pre-set up set of colors that you don't have to think about anything. All the colors you need are there, and then of course on the back it tells you where to put them. So right off the bat, I love the packaging. It looks a little bit like a little coffin, a little eyeshadow coffin. Love it. Makes me happy. It comes with a little document telling you how to do things. I don't ever look at these. I'm sure they're probably helpful. Probably a lot helpful. So I will say that the first time I tried this palette, I didn't like it, and I thought I was gonna return it. I'm on the fence. I'm still gonna play with it a little bit more. But the order that it tells you to put on your eye, I do not agree with, at least for my eye. So I don't quite understand. I don't quite understand. But it's got a cute little mirror in there that says Kat Von D. And then of course here are all the shades. You've got your base shade, your defining shade, your contour, and your highlight. What I did wrong the first time I played with this is I put the base shade on, and in my brain I thought base should go all over your eyelid. So this could be just mostly user error, but this particular color, it's a weird sort of peachy purple, and on my eye it's super dark. So when I put this on first and I put it all over my lid, it looked crazy, and it was really contrasting to like my eyebrow and face color. So I did not like that. But today I used it probably the way you're supposed to, and I used the highlight first on my brow bone. I put this on my lid, this in my crease, and this in my outer corner. That's probably, if I had read the directions, how you're supposed to do it, but I think it turned out a lot better. So I definitely think playing with it a little bit more was key before doing this review. I will say that these shadows are a little bit powdery. I don't remember my Shade and Light eyeshadow palette being as powdery as these. There's a lot of fluff that comes off when you run your brush through it, so I feel like a lot of product is wasted. It also, of course, gets everywhere in the palette every time you use it, except for this dark shade. This dark shade, I actually had to run my brush over a couple of times, so I feel like it's a little bit uneven. Some of them are super powdery, some of them are just normal, so it's a little bit hit or miss with me. And I don't know if that's with every quad or just the one that I picked. These aren't super expensive. They're like 26 bucks, so I don't feel like it's such an outrageous price that it's not worth me keeping to play with a little bit more. But if this had been, you know, a $40 or $50 palette, I definitely would probably return it. It's just sort of meh. I think if you really need a quad in a specific color palette, or you're looking for something to carry with you traveling that is just a certain color palette, they're probably good. But do you absolutely need this in your life, or one of the quads? No, they're just fun. So this will probably be good for me for traveling. Probably not so much for lifing. Also, this is totally just personal preference, but I wish that she had named the shadows. One of my favorite things about Kat Von D is her awesome and creative names for her eyeshadow colors and, you know, her lipstick products. I love her names, and none of the quads came with names. They just have define, highlight, base, whatever, which is fine. I mean, it's functional. I just would have appreciated a cute little name on every shadow. Just personal preference. So that is all of the things that I got from Kat Von D. I 150% suggest that you pick up some of these Studded Kiss lipsticks. Just make sure you moisturize your lips and exfoliate and get rid of as many dry patches as possible. That's the only thing that might be a challenge if you are not a matte lover. Also, I really suggest using a lip pencil so that you can get that defined line. And they do leave a slight stain, which I appreciate. If they wear off, there's a little bit of color still left on my lips, so then all I need is to either reapply or just pop on some lip balm and I'm good to go. I think you could live without this palette, unless you just want it because you collect Kat Von D, or you just love all of the eyeshadow quad shades, or you do YouTube videos, I don't really think you need this in your life. If you're going to invest in one of her Shade and Light palettes, I suggest the original Shade and Light palette. I get a lot more use out of that than a quad, and you can do a lot more looks with them. But it is fun. It is something that I will reach for sometimes if I'm needing a matte purple, since I don't have a lot of matte purples in my collection. So this is just if you want it, not if you didn't need it. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know down below if you've tried any of these products and what you think about them. Don't forget to like and subscribe and follow me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Soprano.